All right, so there's a video apparently where Trap Loros says Russ and Tion Wayne's Body song is about catching bodies. So let's have a look.
Russ and Tion went #1 with Drill. Body Oddy, like the whole song's a metaphor for catching bodies. It's about girls and it's about murdering people. Body Oddy, like it's a smart song.
Catching
no,
bodies.
But you know what I'm saying?
Where did they talk about catching bodies?
No, but it's a drill song. The song is a metaphor. It's like they're talking about two things at the same time. They're talking about catching bodies.
Metaphor? Well, where did they talk about catching bodies though?
No, but it's a metaphor. The song is called Body. It's about it's body. It's a metaphor. They ain't saying we're catching bodies. I'm saying the song itself is a metaphor for drill.
The
guys are feeling it. The guys are feeling it.
But why does your brain automatically think that they're talking about catching bodies?
Bro, that's what drill's about. Drill's about
no,
bodies.
Hold on. I'm talking about that specific song though. If they're saying body or this shit black hole, like, what's that got to do with murder?
But a body is a murder.
No, a body is not a murder. A body's not a murder.
Words can have two meanings. It's a double.
No.
This is some Jay-Z shit. This is why the song was so good, because it flew under the radar. It's just about.
Man, should I tell you the honest, God's honest truth, the GOAT's honest truth, yeah, bro. You've been radicalized, my boy, man. Like, you spent too much hours researching murder, yeah, that you associate everything to murder.
No, hold on. Billy. He might have a point. Cool. What bar or who told you that it's a double entendre for that? What bar made you think it is?
The fourth line of the chorus.
Yeah.
What you want to get? Smoke cigarette? He's not talking about a cigarette. He's not saying what you want to get smoked like a cigarette. He's talking about you want to get smoked like smoked. Body oddy.
Okay.
So you think the whole song's a metaphor and the body is
when Russ says Python hit him with a cobra, he's not going Ty from the Wild. He's talking about hitting with a cobra. Python hit him with a cobra.
Okay. I've got a question.
Bad man persona.
There's a lot of songs where people don't stick to one concept. Don't you think? Couldn't it be a possibility that this is that? It's a double
entendre. Russ and Tion went #1 with Drill. Body oddy, like the whole.
Okay, in my opinion, I generally think he's reaching. This is going way too deep into it. I understand drill can be a bit violent sometimes, but Russ and Tion Wayne make a different type of drill. If you see their first song together, that was Keisha and Becky, that wasn't anything to do with violence. That was the same. It was talking about girls. It was talking about, they was talking a little bit of violence in it, but the general meaning of that song wasn't a hardcore drill song. And for him to even say that drill is about catching bodies, I personally think that's no. That's a big no. That's a big stretch. Even though, obviously, the whole persona of drill and everything about it can be associated to a lot of the street stuff, but no. Drill's more than just the metaphors of talking about catching bodies. There's way more goes into it. The beat choice. Well, that's all I can say at the minute, the beat choice, but there's so much more that goes into it. And I feel like he's just overstretching. Like, I get he does all the documentaries. I get, like, if we was to go on, let's see. When you go on Trap Loros's YouTube, yeah, I can't lie, what he does, you got to give it to him. He's built a crazy, like, if you go on his most popular videos, he's built a crazy catalog of looking, mainly America, looking into in-depth situations of artists like King Von in Jacksonville, All Fulio, G Herbo, FBG Dark. You can see a lot of it's about America. And in America, they kind of don't have censorship how the UK does it. So I feel like the UK drill, we've had to learn how to adapt to our situation. Like, for example, with UK drill, we're not allowed to say certain names. You're not allowed to say areas that you're beefing with. You're not allowed to throw up anti-gang signs. You're not allowed to do op block videos. You're not allowed to do any of that. You can't even have been convicted for a crime in the UK and then make a song about it, because that song will get taken down. So our censorship is through the roof. So I feel like a lot of the artists have now tried to adapt to that situation And what they're doing is they're making drill songs and with a twist. So even though there's metaphors, I don't think Russ and Tion Wayne were sitting down saying, yeah, how can we make a drill song that's catchy, that's going to be popular, and then we're going to rap about girls, but there's going to be a hidden meaning behind it. I don't think they thought so much deep into it to cover the subliminal message of catching bodies. The Americans can do it. Yeah, Young Boy can do it. King Von can do it. Little Durk can do it. They can all do it. But in the UK, it's you can't. So even if I go on the lyrics, even when you go on Genius, it starts off straight away. English girl named Fiona, big back girl named Adiola, body oddy shaped like cola. They're talking about. You could already tell what they're talking about. They're not talking about violence. They're not. It's a drill song. There's gonna be references in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not stupid. We kind of know what to expect from it. So for him to say that it was a metaphor, I think it's just stretching it a bit too much, way too much. Because Russ did start off. If you look at his first ever songs, he did start off as a drill artist. But compared to the music he's making now, it's completely different. It's way completely different. And I don't think these lot would really spend the time in the studio to be like, oh, let's cover up what we're saying, talking about murders, when they're actually just talking about girls. These lot know the formula. Look what they've done with Keisha and Becky, and then look what they did with Body. They understand the formula to making their songs chart. They're making their songs successful. They're kind of they're not, what's the word? They've understood what they need to kind of say, what they rap about. They're making it commercial, but they're still keeping it drill. So I feel like Trap Lord Russ, see his content is sick. He gets a lot of hate. I see a lot of online people hate him, they get onto him. But at the same time, look at all the views he's getting, look at all the attention, look at all the views he's getting. People are clearly finding this content interesting. He does do, sometimes I have seen him do a documentary where I know certain information that he doesn't, and he's assumed something and got it wrong. But that's only because what he does is he gathers everything that he gets online. It's like a journalist. He is a journalist. He gathers everything that he sees online, he puts it together, and he kind of creates an overall kind of view of the topic. And he does it good. He actually does it really well. He's very informative. He knows how to make it interesting. His content's not boring. But I feel like because he's done so much in-depth information research in the US, that he's kind of applied that to the UK now. And I don't think it's that deep. It's that deep for everything to kind of read between the lines. Like, he's got a point with what he's saying, but he's reaching way too far for it to be really that. Because I don't think Russ and Tion Wayne, like I said, are gonna go studio and be like, oh, we need to do a song talking about catching bodies, but we need to be smart about it and we need to make it. Bro, I feel like they were just having fun in the studio. They wrote the song, it went off. Because it's the same thing what they did with Keisha and Becky. Keisha and Becky was a drill song, but there was no cover up in catching bodies. Do you know what I mean? We've seen Russ do drill songs. We know when Russ wants to talk about violence. If you look at all his old stuff, the true original supporters of drill would go back and they know what Russ says. What he's doing now is he's not trying to cover it up. He doesn't have to. He's literally just being smart about it. But I can't lie, it's smart. See these little situations, Trap Laura saying, that what they're talking about, it's good. It's good for the scene. Why? Because it just causes controversy. And see, controversy, it helps promote everything. Because right now, the people that might be confused, or the people that might think, yeah, this is a great way, what he's saying makes sense. Everyone's going to go back to the song and listen to the lyrics. And then it's just a talking point. So in a way, people, you can't get upset. You can't get, no, what he's saying is nonsense. It's smart what he's doing. Because I feel like Trap Ross has found the algorithm for himself to kind of always stay, not in a limelight per se, but more in terms of being relevant. And that's what's important in the scene, is staying relevant. Because a lot of artists think that just because you have, or even just not even influence, just the people in the industry, you have to constantly feed people with content. That's why I even have decided to say, you know what, maybe it's time for me to start doing more streaming, for informative videos, because at the end of the day, I feel like there's only so much, like with my channel as well, I got a whole YouTube channel. I shouldn't limit it just to music videos. You know, you saw I tried to do freestyles and other little shows, but there's so much more you can do. And I feel like I should have started this way earlier. Like the video that I released a couple of days ago, I filmed that maybe about 6 months ago, but I just couldn't really, not find the motivation, but be bothered to edit it up and put it out there. I didn't really see if it would go anywhere. But now I'm kind of thinking, you know what, I'm going to talk about my experiences and everything else around drill. Seeing like the drill scene right now is a little bit boring. So it would be good to kind of just add new things into the scene. But yeah, overall, it was smart what he did, but he's stretching it. That was no way a cover-up song for trying to catch bodies.